Hi, I'm doing a tutorial on how to make pop sockets with Brite Tone. I have my Brite Tone here. I use Mod Podge, glitter of choice, sandpaper. So first I like to open my pop socket. I take my sandpaper and rough the top up a bit. And then I like to rinse it off and dry it. Make it nice and dry. Now I will take my Mod Podge, I dip in the brush, I just dip it a little bit, just get a little bit, and I do smooth strokes. I like to get a nice thin layer. Next, take my glitter and I just pour it on. Cover the whole surface. Shake off any excess. And then pour what's left over back in the container. And I will let this sit and dry for about 45 minutes. And then do another layer if needed, which I think I do need one more layer. We'll see in just a minute. Okay, it's been about just over an hour. So what I like to do now is I like to take a clean brush and dry brush any loose glitter. Okay, so then I take my Mod Podge, take a little more than I did the first time, and I swipe that over. We want a nice uniform layer of Mod Podge. That takes a little bit more because there's glitter, so it soaks up some of the Mod Podge. Make sure it's completely covered. And then put the brush aside, take your glitter, do exactly what you did the first time, pour it over. Shake it off. I like to give it a little tap. And then it's perfectly glittered. Now I'm going to put it aside, close my Mod Podge, put my brushes to the side, and save my glitter. Now I'm going to let that dry for another 45 minutes to an hour. And when we come back, I'm going to put a layer of Brite Tone. Okay, it has been about 2 hours. I'm going to take my dry brush and I'm going to dry brush the pop socket once more. Get all the loose glitter off. Alright. I'm going to take my Brite Tone and I will apply about 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close that up and I take my bare finger and I lightly rub it. I barely even I don't even put any pressure. I just lightly roll my finger over it. And that is it. And then I scrape my finger on the edge. Don't worry, it'll level itself out. Make sure every spot is covered. I'm going to lay it flat on my countertop, just like that. Lay it flat. And I'm going to let it dry for about 3 hours. And I'll check on it. If it's smooth, I will add my decal. If it's not smooth, I'll add another layer and I like to sand probably about the second layer if it's ready. If not, I'll wait till the third layer. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. It's been 3 hours. This is nice and dry. It's still, you can still feel the glitter, so I'm gonna try 4 more drops and let that dry. Ooh, that was more like 2 drops. There, that was 2 big drops. Smooth it around, make sure you cover the whole thing. Get it nice and covered and scrape off the excess onto it. Let it level. And then I'm gonna leave it and let it dry for another 3 hours. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. It has been 3 hours. Our pop socket is almost ready. I am gonna give it a light sanding with my 400 grit sandpaper, just a light one. It's getting nice and smooth. All right, I'm gonna rinse it off, dry it off. We are ready to put our BT on it. It's our 3rd layer of BT. I'm gonna put 1, 2 layers, or 2 drops. Rub it. Make sure to cover the whole thing. Make sure you get every little spot. And swipe my finger. I will come back in another 3 hours and check it. If it's smooth, I will put the decal. If it's not, then I'll put another layer. Hello, I am back. I'm gonna check this out. Oh, this is nice and smooth. Perfect for our decal. So I'm gonna take our decal. This part's always tricky for me, trying to get it off the back. So I don't use the transfer tape. I just carefully do that and place it. And I just rub it on really well. Push it on. Get it on there nice and well. Looks perfect. Now I'm gonna take my BT. I'm gonna add 2 drops, like I've been doing, and rub it on. Sorry, my baby's in the background. Rub it on, nice and smooth. And then swipe my finger on the edges. Make sure it's covered well. It is. There's some bubbles. Let me try and see if I can. Okay, there we go. Looks perfect. So I'm gonna let it dry. It's gonna dry overnight because I'm done working on it today. And I will come back to it tomorrow and add probably about 2 more layers, 3 at the most. So I'll see you guys soon. I am back. So our pop socket is almost done. It needs a layer or 2 left of Brite Tone. So I'm gonna put, it's been all night, so it's definitely dry. I'm gonna put 1 layer, so 2 good sized drops, or 4 little tiny drops. Spread that around really well. Make sure it's completely covered. And I use a light finger. I don't put much pressure at all. And scrape the edges off onto the edges. Don't worry, it'll level out. Okay, it's nice and covered. And I'm gonna let that set for at least 3 hours. Okay, I'm back with what should be our final layer. Here we go. I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing. 2 drops. Nice, smooth. Smooth it over, swipe it off, and this should be it. If you need to sand at all, you may need to sand the decal if it pokes up every like third layer, second to third layer. I sand if I need to, but this one's laying pretty flat and it's not poking up at all, so I do not need to sand this one. And that is it. We are finished. It is beautiful and I think the customer is going to love it. Bye.